Woods Report.
Okay.
The View is back.
They had their little break.
The View is back.
So
we're going to go real quick. Because we just did a show with doing the review of the Breakfast Club, and that was long.
Yeah.
So we just going to see what's in your memory, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to go down their topics that they talked today, and you tell me what did they cover, okay?
Because they had the, remember
I'm going to go down each one.
No, I said, remember they got the, Anna wasn't there today. I think she comes on certain days, but they got 2 new hosts now. Okay. And they have the Republican girl. I can't remember her name.
All right, so the student loan bailout. What did they talk about on that? You said something about if it would have been...
They had pros. The Republican girl, I wish if I can remember her name. She's a newer View host. She was saying that she there are some things that the Republicans, and they were mad because they were saying that the Republicans were making big stink about this, but yet they gave bailouts for businesses,
and she said sent money to Ukraine and everywhere.
And she said for the businesses, it's not quite the same, because she said, in all honesty, COVID did knock some businesses. Not to say that they were perfectly done well with it, but it did knock some businesses off their feet, and there were true businesses that needed help.
Right.
But she was saying that the money for the school, she felt that more criteria should have been built around
it. Which I
it.
agree.
Not flat like how he did. She's grateful for what he did. Whoopi and all of them said he's done something. Nobody has done anything.
I agree.
Sarah made a very good point. She said as far as the how they were giving it out, it should have been incentive for people who are in teaching careers.
That's what I
or ETA, people who help us dying.
That's what I'm saying.
Certain careers, and then they need to make changes to a lot of these schools and how they're becoming so expensive.
Exactly.
More city colleges get involved and do things where there's ways where they can get like how the military does it. You join the military, you get your education paid for.
Right.
So some more things need to be looked at in this, and not just cut and dry.
I agree.
She said there's people who still owe, like Sunny said 3 years ago she just recently paid hers, but she realizes everybody's not at the income level that she's at,
right?
And they're still struggling, so she didn't want people to struggle, so she's happy that something was done. So there's pros and cons about it. Yes, it's good, but it should have been handled in a different way, different criteria.
They didn't do it right. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And I told you, anything that the government does, they don't ever do it right.
Yeah.
It needs to be, if they do it on a too larger scale, it needs to be done on a smaller scale.
Yeah.
Okay. So I agree with that.
Yeah. So then there's things that the Republican lady says that makes sense too.
So then they talked about Trump calls Biden the enemy of the state.
When he had his recent speech, Biden wants to bring about unity. And granted, everybody's not going to be in agreement with every word he said and how he spoke it, but they understand the intent. The intent is he don't like causing division, and what Comeover did causes division.
Oh, now you call him Comeover like I
call him that, because you used to call him Orange Nixon.
Orange Nixon, yeah.
But one of the things that they were always saying at the table, and Joy is really a big advocate for, the fact that he lies.
Yeah.
And Sarah made a point, and if I can remember it, this is his tactic. He's trying to even tune in on the independent voters.
See?
He's 9% up.
See, that's why.
Them. This is a tactic that Comeover knows
that's gonna work.
Do the rant.
You gotta say
do the lies.
You don't like him, but he know how to force media to follow what he wants.
Yes, the audience is behind him going, yeah.
Because he's an entertainer.
Yes.
So he knows how to entertain.
He knows how people think and how they don't think.
And they have short attention span.
Yes. Let me do the shiny object here. Biden, he's not even trying. Look at him talking about us. And then the Republican lady at the table now, she said she just wished that Biden probably should have said it a little differently as far as bringing the unity, because a lot of times when you make a comment
I thought he did say that the Republicans, he said, I'm not talking about all Republicans. He said, I'm talking about Trumpsters, really.
Yeah, and I don't know what other way he could have said that, but she used the DeSantis, the guy that's going against DeSantis, talks about the people that is following DeSantis. In a sense, she was saying how you word about that group. You got to be careful.
Because he was saying Trumpsters, but here's the thing he don't understand. those same people, some people may not be Trumpsters,
Yes.
but their friends are Trumpsters.
That's what she said.
So when you say they're deplorable, like Hillary did,
Yes.
people saying, so you saying my friend is deplorable?
Yes. And that's what Sonny was saying. And one thing I don't agree with what Sonny was saying is, and we got to be real careful with, I do see where she's going. Like, even if you use Hitler as an example, all of his followers, whether they liked him or not, they followed him.
Yeah.
You didn't have to. You could have jumped ship. You could have just died and left the country, because this man is killing folks. He's crazy. But with Comb Over, she was saying, if you follow him, if you support him, you're as despicable like him.
Yeah, and that's like...
And the Republican girl,
and that's
now,
not true.
She said that's not true.
Not everybody who's a Trumpster is deplorable.
Exactly. Some people...
I know some of y'all don't like... I know some of y'all, and I know you hate this, because some of y'all deal in absolutes.
Yes.
And that's not the world we live in. Stop it. Things are not absolute.
Yes.
You're not
Cut and
100% this
dry.
and 100% that.
Thank you.
Every person, there's things you can do bad in your life, but it doesn't mean that you're a horrible person.
Yes. Yeah, you made some bad decisions.
You can make a bad decision, but or at that time you could just think of something bad.
Exactly.
But it doesn't mean your whole existence
You
now
wipe them off.
is horrible.
Write them off. And
Now
that's
I
not
could talk
good.
to somebody who's a Trumpster. I might even say you stupid. But I'm not going to say you're deplorable.
Yeah.
Somebody can say I'm stupid for liking Michael Jackson. They could be like, how you like Michael Jackson?
Isn't he a such and such a legend?
And I can say, well, I don't believe that. I like Michael Jackson.
Or you may like something about him or what he's done. You may not like him as character. And I believe that's maybe an example of the Republican host, her family.
They just go too
her
far.
Her family is Trumpsters.
Yeah, so you saying her family is deplorable.
But yeah, she gonna protect her dad.
Yeah.
Dad's not deplorable. Yeah, he got some issues as far as why he believes in. She said Trumpster, Comb Over, made her family money.
Thank you. He made us money.
They did very well. We got money for our business.
We own our own business.
Yeah, and my company.
I made more money under Trump than I made on anybody else.
Okay, I don't like the man.
I still wouldn't vote for him.
But here's one thing I can say about him.
Because I felt he did more damage than the money.
Yes.
I'm able to step away from making me money.
I could separate
versus the country was torn apart.
Exactly. But there are some good things about him as far as how he uses the media.
I told you he's a dog. He's the barking dog. The Republicans are getting stuff done in the House, and he's the dog in the yard that everybody's following and focusing on. That's barking.
Yep. So that's what they talk
and
about.
that's what they want him for. That's why they're going to vote for him again.
So
if he runs.
If he runs.
If he ain't in jail, who knows? Which brings me to the next thing. Trump condemns the FBI for the Mar-a-Lago search.
Well, you know he's been saying that all the news. I think with the view is coming back from a break.
So they haven't been on all of this.
We've been hearing all this,
but they haven't been. They talking about it for the first time.
They're just playing catch up.
What did Joy say about the break? I know she was excited about the FBI going in and pulling out all these things.
Well, they were already excited from the beginning. I think one thing that Whoopi was getting upset about, she was saying, "Man, would you quit with the foolishness saying that they what was the word he's saying? How they came up, they raided."
They didn't raid him.
Whoopi and
if that's a raid.
And Sarah and Sonny had to say, they've been coming at you for a year.
Yeah.
You knew.
They asked him to send the stuff back.
You knew.
And now I'm hearing that some of the files are empty.
You raided them?
No, they said some of the files are empty.
No, I'm saying as far as how you raid them, because they may have done some stuff.
So where's the file if it's empty?
You had a year.
And why is it mixed up?
You could have gotten rid of some stuff.
And why was stuff mixed up with like your underwear and clothes?
You know what?
You a tacky man. He's so tacky, ain't he?
Yes.
To have so much money and be a billionaire, he's tacky. He
What?
ghetto. That's why they like him.
Yes.
Because he ghetto. He just like them.
Yeah.
They had their bills in the underwear drawer.
Yes.
That's how a lot of his people, they like him. I like a man that has his bills in his underwear drawer.
Or under the mattress somewhere.
Or under the mattress.
Under a picture.
They come get him. They come shake your drawer out.
Yes.
It be change in the bottom of your underwear drawer, gum, all kind of stuff.
But
that's this rich man.
But that was one of the things they did say. That man, he's full of it, and you know he's saying it because he's getting arousing the crowd.
And he ghetto.
To say, yeah, they raided my place. How dare they come on my property and just take over? They told you they was coming. They signed this. They
But
got
the problem that he
legitimate
has, this is the
paperwork
problem
to do it.
that Trump has. That worked when you talked about the Democrats. It worked when you talked about Hillary. It worked when you talk about Biden. Dude, everybody and their mama have forever been trying to talk about the FBI.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
And you know why you need to be quiet? Because they know everything about you. Mm. They have files on everybody. They talking about one of the guys from the Monkees, the group. He's suing the FBI now because they had a file on them. Who puts a file on the Monkees?
You know what? Maybe they was doing some stuff. I can't say black, white anymore because the Monkees ain't white, black.
All I'm saying is they had a file. He found out they had an FBI file on them. So he's suing the FBI. But they got a file on everybody.
Yeah.
They listening to our show right now.
Probably
putting a little file down that say the Woods Report. Just in case we need it in the future.
It may be on the very bottom, but it's like...
they got a file on you.
You know what?
The phone hears everything you saying.
Watching.
Everything you saying. Certain words trigger in the computer. Mm-hmm. If you say that word, your phone picks it up or your computer, it registers.
Yeah.
It may not be on their radar now, but that computer, it lists you right now because you said a certain word. Mm-hmm. So if they ever have to bring it up again, they can tell you how many times you said that word, and you don't even know they was listening to you.
That's right. So, but yeah.
Don't mess with the FBI. And that's what he's finding out, comb over.
Yeah.
You can go after everybody. You go after Congress.
Yes.
You can go after the guy had a nail thing that was trying to go and infiltrate the FBI.
Yes, FBI.
He ain't around no more, is he? Mm-mm. And it was a nail one. It wasn't even a real one. Let that be a lesson. You ain't storming they building like you did the Capitol.
But they did also say being hypocritical, and the Republican lady had to even admit, she said, we made a big stink about Hillary and her emails. Mm-hmm. Comb over in the files.
So we gonna make a big stink about that. Mm-hmm, so. But don't try to go after the FBI.
And Whoopi, of course, said, what if Obama did it?
Oh, he'd be under the... Don't go after the FBI and don't go after the CIA.
Okay.
Just leave it alone. Mm-hmm. They have stuff that we don't even know about things on other countries and things in this country, and they know everything about you. Remember, the FBI are the ones that allow crimes to happen that are small because they're looking for a bigger crime. They will allow you to get clunked over your head at your house and robbed.
That was
because they don't want to break the surveillance. That's a larger picture that they're trying to get.
And that was on one of the episodes of All Arise, a judge show that I watched, where her husband is FBI, and his case was connected to her friend, the lawyer, his case. It was some gentleman that they were trying to get. They had evidence about sex trafficking or something, bigger drugs. FBI came in when he was getting ready to do a bust, and they said, let us take over. And of course, he mad.
Yeah.
Even the local police would be like, man, we got this dude. No, you messing up our sting.
Just leave it alone.
But here's the thing about it where it's hard to understand. They got to let him do crime on that level.
Yeah.
Because he's done things bigger.
They're looking for the larger picture. They're not looking for, and that's why a lot of them have issues with local police.
Yes.
Because the local police are like, if you know something is going on, let us know. And they like, no, y'all are getting away.
Y'all get in the way. Because this dude is bigger than what y'all see.
So comb over, if they went into your place, they don't go into any place unless... you don't even see them move unless they've been following you for years. Which means they got more than that on you.
They build up their evidence. Let's see.
So that's not going to work for you to get your mob.
We'll see, because Joy don't feel that it's going to be
you're
enough
right. We don't see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. It depends on if he pissed off somebody that's in the FBI, which he did. Because remember, he pissed off the guy that was over it. Mm-hmm. Anytime, I'm telling you, he making the wrong enemies because he thinks the crowd will help him.
Love him.
All of those people that's in your crowd will be shut down.
You don't think that they'll go after the FBI like the man with the nail thing?
They can. And then look, how did that work out for him?
I'll get him for you, come on.
How did that work out for him? No, it's not the same.
One at a time, they going down.
They'll get you on something else.
Yeah.
So just leave it alone. And they won't get the crowd. They'll get the leaders.
Yeah, bring them down.
They won't get the thousands of people. Let's figure out who arranged that bus ride over there that brought 40 of them suckers. Oh, Helen Johnson, yes. She rented the bus. that brought the 60-some people? Mm-hmm. Well, let's go after Helen.
And Mel Smith. Mel Smith is the one that was leading and put them all together and met at the same place.
Anybody seen Helen lately?
She and Mel disappeared. I don't know.
Where did Helen go? I ain't seen it. Has anybody seen Helen?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
No, there's no more Helen.
Okay.
All right. That's how they roll. I ain't mad at them. That's the real gangbangers.
Okay.
The FBI, these gangbangers ain't got nothing on the FBI and the CIA.
Oh, God.
Them your real hustlers.
Okay.
And they know how to get stuff done. I ain't mad at them. As long as they keeping the country safe, I'm good. Mm-hmm. I don't want to know. I don't want the red pill. What is the Matrix? The red or the blue pill?
That.
Do you want to know what's really going on, or do you want to live in the life that you live now?
Ooh.
I'll live the life I live now. I don't want to know. I don't want to know all the other stuff behind. Mm-hmm. I don't want to know. So there you go.
Okay. All
right, here we go.
What else they talking about?
Lord of the Rings casting. You remember anything about that?
They were saying along the lines of these fantasy shows. Someone must have made a comment about it's not realistic to see a black character, a rich black character
in a fantasy show.
In a fantasy, and Whoopi got
what happened to
really angry.
That show you was watching, Bridgerton. They didn't think they would see a black family.
That's not fantasy. She's talking about like Star Wars kind of things and Lord of the Rings kind of fantasy. What do you call those little people? Hobbit.
I know what you're talking about.
That kind of world. And the ladies at the table were like, what the heck are they
People
talking?
Are stupid.
Are you kidding me? Now you put in that color. You don't see black?
Yoga is green.
So they talked along the lines of, Whoopi is
Darth Vader
in that world.
Darth Vader is black. Well, his voice,
but not him.
He was black too.
Darth Vader.
His color.
Well, you know what I'm saying. It wasn't because Billy D. Williams had a character, but in fantasy world, she said
it's changing. though. I agree with
black.
You know what? I do agree with them back. I agree with them back in the day because people got mad when black people started being in Star Wars and stuff. But that now nobody thinks like that now. This young generation is a little different.
Joy did bring up a good point, and Whoopi kind of counteracted it. But Joy was saying she remembered back in the day there were shows where you realistically kept it that same race, like the mob. She said she's Italian and she ain't no mobster, but she said The Godfather, it would look funny with a black man in the Godfather, because they kept them all Italian.
Well, they wouldn't be Italian. But that premise could still be there.
Well, that's what Whoopi brought up, the Godfather of Harlem,
or BMF.
And that's how they came together with the mafia.
Yeah.
So, but I see what Joy was saying as well, because it's like the Asian show. Unless she married a black man, they're an Asian family from South Korea.
That would make sense.
Let's just keep it real. But
that's if it's an ethnic.
The magical part of it. Yeah. And what's wrong with a magical show about hobble? What do you call them?
Hobblins, or I don't know.
Them shows like that. Why can't one be black?
I know. I agree.
Okay.
All right. Husbands commit housewarming party blunder.
That's what I was talking to earlier when you heard me and Mama talking about.
Oh, what happened now?
The situation that they gave was a lady had some really nice towels, maybe for just decoration or something. I can't remember. But her husband does cars. He works on cars, and he must have used one to wipe his oil. So she got upset because she told him not to use those towels.
Where were they though? She should have put them up.
I think they were in the washroom. I don't know.
She should have put them up.
And she left a Post-it note.
Oh, she had them as decoration.
I think so.
How would he do that?
Something like that.
That's stupid.
And she put a note saying something along the lines of, if you use these to wipe your hands or something like that, I would ruin you, or I would end you.
Oh, that's
It was one of those things. And apparently they had he didn't do it, and he used the towels that he needed to do, but he forgot to take the Post-it. It was there for a party she had. So her guests thought that was for them. Oh. And they was like, ooh, she would end us if we use these towels. So she got upset with him because she felt like he should have known. And Whoopi was like, no, he was wiping his hands on the right thing, and you now mad because he didn't throw the Post-it away?
I agree.
Then you need to just get some balls. That's what she was saying.
And stop having stuff and maybe this is just me.
So picky. You can only
Quit having
use it for
things
this.
in your house that people can't sit on or touch. We did
Yes,
that back in the
plastic
day.
on the
Remember we
sofa.
had the living room, nobody could go in?
Yes.
Don't do that no more.
And we had plastic on the couch.
This is 2022, y'all. Come
But
on.
Sonny used
Back in the day when it was hard to get stuff, remember?
Yeah.
Because that was back in the 70s and stuff, and we didn't have no money, and
we were just,
when
we
you
held
get
on to
something,
that
you be
item.
so happy. Now you can get a couch or
We wanted to protect it.
yeah, you don't have to do that no more.
Waterproof. If you waste Kool-Aid on it.
Yeah.
But Sonny used her example, and Whoopi and them let her have the table, let her have the floor, because she's like that. She said, no, I understand that wife. She said she has some cute little linen doilies or something, cute little napkin holder, something it was. And she said, Joy, you sent? She said, yeah, they were nice. They were really nice, linen, really pretty. She had them on the table in the kitchen. Apparently, Manny, her husband, loves Fix-It Man. He's aside from a surgeon, he likes to fix things, fix a car, fix whatever. And he didn't, I don't think she said just in general that's what he likes to do. I don't know why she said that, but it was along the lines of the dog peed on the floor in the kitchen. Well, Manny goes and grabs that little linen little doily thing, and he cleans the pee up. She was mad as heck. Babe, you got some Bounty picker-uppers? And Sarah's hollering, it's the quicker picker-upper, being funny. Why didn't you use the paper towel? And Whoopi was like, it was in the kitchen. He grabbed what he saw to clean the dog.
He should have picked up a paper towel, but I understand.
And Whoopi was like, you would have yelled at him if he hadn't even cleaned the pee up. And Sonny had to go, but I can't use those anymore. He used them to clean the dog pee, and Whoopi said, you shouldn't have left them in the kitchen. If it's in the kitchen on the counter, it may be used for some other purpose.
If you have something, in my opinion, that is an heirloom or something that's expensive, put it up.
Your kid can grab it. Your dog may grab it. Don't
have silverware that your grandmother left you.
I see what Whoopi
in the
means.
drawer.
If it's that delicate, that precious, that pretty, don't put them out.
But then I understand the part of putting them out because you want everybody to see them. But
I know.
But just do that when people come over your house.
I know.
When you have a dinner party or something.
But that was one of the topics, though.
All right. Then they said they summer vacation.
They all just talked about where they all went.
They went different places and stuff?
Yeah, Whoopi didn't say where she went. She said wherever she went, she got tan burnt.
Okay.
And ate a lot.
Okay.
Joy, I think she relaxed and went on a trip. Sarah went to see her family. They all went to see the mom and dad because he was celebrating his 80th. And then she went back to Iowa with a long-lost friend, friend from the back of the day, because nobody lives in Iowa anymore but her friend. Relaxed. Whoopi made it clear that we relax you guys from the topics that we bring up, because she said a lot of you guys write letters to us, good and bad, kind of like what you were saying.
They don't want to talk about nothing.
And it drains them. So they need to step away from it and just relax and just kind of do nothing and say nothing, and then be ready to come back with the energy that's needed.
Depending on how our channel go, we may do that too.
Relax from it.
Just do
like
stupid shows and then come back and do.
Go on hiatus?
Not really. Still do stuff, but more fun stuff.
Yeah.
And then come back and talk about how
lighthearted. But they all just kind of went around.
Because I can't be on this level every day. I've been had a hard time.
Imagine them, because she said, and Whoopi was saying there's things where Monday we may say something y'all like.
Yeah.
Tuesday, I don't like y'all. Oh, you did wrong. Oh, she said we got to hear the good and the bad.
Yeah, your comments.
The comments.
You can't do it every day.
Sonny said she's been threatened I don't know how many times.
You
Joy, because she talks about comb over all the time. They get threatened. And their lives, and then you come at their family,
and we get it on this level. Can you imagine on their level?
Oh God! And their families being threatened.
Yeah,
that's mean.
Yeah,
so.
Okay.
But other than that,
okay.
It was a whole day of hot topics because they all returned. So.
Okay. All right, so that was The View. We started back off. We wasn't going to do the show today, but I said no.
The View has to do politics anyway.
Right. So I said we need to do that because that gives us the Biden and the Trump and all of that.
What's going on?
I don't get that from the Breakfast Club. So that's why I said we need to do it.
They don't talk about politics much.
Not really. It's more celebrities.
Okay.
And some of our people don't care about celebrities. Or some of them don't care about, they just want to hear what we got to say about whatever. So
our view on it.
Yeah.
And remember, it's our view.
Exactly.
You don't have to listen.
Yeah.
You don't have to like it.
Yeah, we took a
You don't have to like my hair while I'm giving my view. My glasses may be too big.
About her hair. Okay.
I'm just saying stuff that, like you even said when we're driving in the car, She's driving. We gotta have disclaimers all the time.
Right.
I guess after a time, like Whoopi said, you just tired.
You
of
get ready to take your
disclaimers.
hair down anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to take it down. Y'all probably
You
like.
doing it tonight?
I'm gonna try to.
Okay. What are you doing? What are you gonna do different?
I don't know. I may wear it natural.
What's
I
natural?
may get it highlighted because this is braids.
You gonna wear your hair out?
Yeah,
No
naturally
braids.
out. I'm gonna see how it goes.
You gonna do it yourself, or you going to get somebody
Get
to
it
do it?
done. Some people do it themselves, but I may just get it done.
You gonna wear it curly, or you gonna?
I have no idea. I'm gonna try this new product that is out there.
New product.
It's a product that they had on the Shark.
Oh.
The Shark show.
Oh,
but
you ordered it?
They didn't take the Shark's money or their.
They didn't take it.
They didn't take it. They're doing it.
What
on
does
their
it do?
own.
Make your hair straight or something?
It takes your natural hair and makes it curly.
Oh, okay.
It brings it back to its natural.
And when you doing this tomorrow?
I don't know.
Oh, all right.
It could be this week.
I wanted them to know.
If y'all
they
see me
wanna
with a
see
hat
you.
on tomorrow, that means I didn't do it.
Oh, you just took the braids out. Okay. All right, everybody relax and calm down.
When you talk about a black woman's
Boy,
hair,
you
that's
talk
getting a
about
little
black
rough.
people's hair, they go crazy.
Getting wet.
I don't know what I'm doing. Leave me alone.
We
All right.
was on the cruise. A lot of the black women on there had their braids.
All
And,
right.
they was going swimming.
Yeah, we
'Cause
went
they
to
had their
Jamaica.
braids.
Yeah.
So
All right.
okay.
You good? Anything else?
No.
All right, y'all. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and believe.
Believe. Always believe.
And that was
Another Woods Report.